Hi and welcome to the video. Sean here, your RSA approved driving instructor with PassFirstTime.ie, Ireland's online driving school. Check out the website for more driving test tips and also our very popular online course, which is half price at the moment. So check out PassFirstTime.ie for more info on that, especially if you do have a test date coming up. And this video really revolves around test dates and who is eligible and who will be called first, and what is the waiting list like at the moment, especially as things really start to open up and driving tests start to ramp up. This was recorded, by the way, if you're looking at this video in the future, in October, early October of 2021. So all driving instructors received an email from the RSA recently letting us know how the tests are being scheduled at the moment. And here is a copy of the email. Now, what the email tells us to start is that the number one priority at the moment is essential workers. These are people who have previously applied for an urgent test and who are eligible to sit their test. Customers who had to cancel a previous test appointment due to COVID restrictions. And after that, they will be issuing invitations based on eligibility and application date. This means that the earlier a customer applied, the sooner they will get an appointment, provided they are eligible for test. Now I'm going to click this link, eligible for test, just to let you see what it says on the RSA website. And really what it's telling you here is that you must have your learner permit for 6 months at least, and you must have your 12 EDT lessons completed and uploaded to the RSA website. Now you can check your EDT by logging on to My EDT. You can see the lessons there, and you can check the validity of your learner permit at your My Road Safety account. So check those and make sure they are good before you apply for a test. And the final category here, number 4, is if the candidates were not eligible to sit the test when they first applied, then their position in the invitation queue is determined by the date they finished their EDT lessons. So hopefully that is fairly clear there now. Now next on the list here is the process for booking a test. Once they reach a customer's application in the queue, they will email them a booking invitation. They will have 10 days to book an appointment. After this, they will be removed from the invitation queue. If a customer doesn't make a booking within the 10 days of receiving an invitation, they will receive a link to the request to be re-added to the invitation queue form. It's a bit of a mouthful. And once this is completed, they will be placed back on the invitation queue. So I think the most important thing for candidates to know here is that if you get this invitation, it says you have 10 days. A lot of pupils believe that they must apply for a driving test date within those 10 days. The answer is you don't. As you can see here, you will get that second form and you will be added to the queue again. So you're just postponing your test. You do not have to take that first invitation. So what's happening is pupils who are getting and taking that first invitation when maybe they shouldn't are getting test dates when they're not quite ready for test. And it's not a good thing for the candidate or for the driving school or for the driving examiners, to be honest, because the driving examiners would like for you to be at the correct standard and pass your test the first time. So if you're in any doubt as to whether you're test ready or not, check with your instructor, and remember, you do not have to take that first invitation. Next up is fast track retests, and this means that essentially, if you fail your driving test, you are put to the top of the queue again, and you will be back up there to resit your test at the moment within 6 to 8 weeks when you reapply. So you won't be waiting around for months for a driving test. Now, I don't know what the waiting time is like around the country, and it would be good if people put maybe ideas of the waiting times around the country if you're a driving instructor or maybe a driving test candidate who applied for a test. I'm based in Tralee, and the waiting time even for normal driving tests at the moment seems to have reduced dramatically to between 6 and 8 weeks for a lot of candidates. There are more examiners naturally, and they do seem to be going through the tests. This may vary, and I'm sure will vary from county to county and town to town, and I'm sure in the cities, I'm thinking there probably still is a fairly sizable backlog. But in smaller towns around the country, that backlog, I think, is starting to ease. Next up then is the car test waiting time estimator. This is something that they're going to implement shortly on the website, and this will allow the learner driver on the waiting list who are eligible to take their test to see an estimated date as to when they can expect to get their driving test or to get the appointment invitation. Now this is good because it gives you time to plan your driving lessons, time to plan how long it's going to roughly take you to get ready for your driving test with your instructor. So this will be very good when it does come into practice. Emergency driving test for critical frontline workers is the last part here, and they've developed the new emergency test request form. Now this is important if you do come into this category. I just clicked on the form there. This is what it says in the top, just in case you're looking for it. They request an emergency driving test appointment, and you just fill out the form, and as long as you satisfy their criteria, you will get called for a driving test very quickly. So there should be no great delay for you. So that is the situation with driving tests, waiting times, where people come in the queue at the moment. If you have any thoughts, or if you know, or it's maybe changed since I recorded this, or if you know any update on it, please put it in the comments below and we'll keep people updated and keep them informed. But the waiting times are not maybe as bad as people anticipated they would be, so hang on in there if you are waiting for a test. Hopefully it will not be that much longer till you get called. If you are doing your driving test in the next couple of weeks, the very best of luck with it. If you would like the A to Z of the driving test, check out our online course at PassFirstTime.ie. By the way, thank you to everybody. We've had a lot of new subscribers since the last video. Thanks to everybody who is subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, if you want more information on the driving test and lots of driving test tips, subscribe to the channel, and we will have lots more videos in the coming weeks. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Hi everybody, this is Sean here, your RSA approved driving instructor from PassFirstTime.ie, Ireland's online driving school. This is just a little overview of what you can expect inside our pre-test course. This course is for anybody who is getting ready for the driving test. We look at reasons why people fail the driving test, the likes of progress, observation. We also run you down through all the techniques you will need to have, including the likes of moving off.
Ready to go. Check your left mirror, center mirror, straight ahead, right mirror.
We also cover bonnet checks. Let's have a look at the bonnet checks on this list. There are also extensive lessons on roundabouts, turn off of a standard round, and the rules of the road, including road signs. This lesson, where we will take a look at the signs from the rules of the road. For a full list of what's included on the Pass First Time course, check out the course details page on our website. Check it out today at PassFirstTime.ie.